Hey everybody, welcome to the Fallout Dugout. You've already watched episode 8. If you haven't, hit the pause button now. Do not watch this.
Get out!
Get out of
Yes.
here!
Go watch episode 8.
There's a lot
You know
that
what, guys?
happened.
I think I might just skip this episode
Absolutely,
of Dugout.
you stay right there.
No. Stay
You
here.
You personally victimized me. You need to stay.
Yeah. So, as this will be my final warning
Spoiler.
to big spoilers tonight. So yeah, if you haven't watched episode 8, hit the pause button now. Okay. All right. With that said, let's get into it, y'all. Episode 8. Who wants to start?
Jake?
Yeah, what's
Hey, man.
Hi.
Okay, how long have you known you're a robot?
I've known since I had the concept for the character.
Okay.
Mean.
Okay.
Evil.
So this probably means then that we started the campaign with you as a
With
robot.
him as a synth, absolutely.
Are we allowed to know?
I don't know.
I'm gonna throttle
I don't
you
know.
at PAX, I swear to God.
Hey, here's the thing. I don't know when I became a synth.
Oh.
Crazy work. It had to have
Okay.
been
I don't know.
it had to have been in the vault though. There's
That's
no
good,
way.
then.
There's no way between leaving the vault and now that there was
but
any
I
time
love
for him to
the
be
idea
swapped.
of it happening after. I love the idea of it happening after. Imagine there's 2 reads out there.
What's
there
gonna
are.
happen now is that every time we sit
Where
down and
is-
we watch
Talking.
these episodes,
Where is
is that
the...
I'm gonna be listening for any time Reed gets hurt and heals, and if there comes a time where that stops happening, that's the switch. I'm paying close
Ooh.
attention to you now. Okay. Every episode now.
Okay.
Yeah, we're both going to be trying to keep it secret from one another, which
That-
is going to be
that's-
so
go
much
back-
fun, I feel
That's so funny.
Yeah.
You go back and watch. You go back and watch.
I'll be watching. I'll be
Yeah.
watching
See,
you
but
like a
that's the
hawk.
thing, though, is that I don't think that Reed has, if I remember correctly, I don't believe Reed's actually ever really gotten hurt in a fight.
We're gonna have to see. He's
gotten
gotten
hurt.
hit. He has
Has
absolutely
he?
gotten hurt.
and
Absolutely.
his shoulder hurt like hell for a while, didn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck
Oh,
you.
that's
Oh,
right.
fuck you.
It did
Oh,
hurt
no.
like
Take
hell
this
for a
thing
while.
off. I'm gonna take this thing off.
Okay, so it definitely then, if he
Okay.
was switched, it has to be some point in Magnolia. Probably before we left.
I said marigold in the chat
Or-
earlier.
I saw that.
I was trying
who's
to remember. I was like,
Marigold?
it's a flower name. It starts with an M.
Close enough.
I am going to remain. Reed was a synth in the vault truther until I am proven otherwise. That's my hill I'm dying
Okay.
on. That at some point you're like the first synth of your kind that can quote unquote age, so no one notices.
Cool.
But that's my personal theory.
I'll be your denier then. I'll be the
That's
Reed.
right.
Yeah, the
See-
Reed became a Sid out of the vault.
Out of the
Denier.
vault.
I
Yeah.
can see either way though, because I can see the he because I think it was a lot more than him just breaking his arm. I think that
Yes.
he died.
And I think he
Or-
broke his arm was what the cover story was of
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
he maybe was gone for a little bit or something.
Which
That's
is
what
also
I'm
why his dad still sees him as a kid, is because his dad is
Hear me out.
he's
Hear me
still
out,
a kid.
though.
I think his dad knows.
I don't think his dad knows. I'm gonna be your denier on that one. I
Yeah.
don't think
think
either of his parents knew, because if the whole point. Well, no, it's a different vault, so the whole thing with grief wouldn't make sense. So they could
Right.
have swapped you, and the parents wouldn't know.
Well, but then why didn't they swap his mom?
I need
How
to
did
know
his
more
mom
about the death
die?
of his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
you gotta
What-
start asking questions, Phil.
Phil, what does Phil know about the death of
Oh,
Reed's mom?
Phil
Great
would
What
question.
would I know as
know.
someone
Okay,
who lives in the
okay.
vault? What would I know?
Phil-
what would be
Phil
the
would
public
know.
information about your mom's death?
Should we take
Um,
our
Can they
hand
know, or
into it?
are you gonna message it to me? Is it gonna stay private?
Hey.
Don't say
Should
that.
I
No,
reveal
no, no,
it
no,
in
no,
the
no,
next
no,
episode?
no, no,
Hold
no,
on,
no.
We're all
information.
friends here. We're all
I
friends
love
here.
to hold on to
Give it.
it.
Give it.
No,
Give
no,
it.
don't.
It's a
People-
secret
Give it.
for me.
Maybe I shouldn't say it in a dugout,
Oh,
though.
I
Maybe
hate-
should say it
okay.
Yes.
Rage, building,
Okay,
flames,
consider saying it in the Discord chat
Ah.
where all of the cats sit at least.
and we'll all just pretend we don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really good at that.
Look at us, we're such good actors. We could play pretend.
I got
Mhm.
2 degrees in it.
I've
been having so much fun though with
Oh my god. So
Just
you've
the
known
secret.
since the beginning.
Since
like
the
the
start.
concept of
Yeah.
Reed, and you were like, I want to go in with
This knowledge.
with Phil,
Oh,
knowing that hey, they're childhood friends, but I am at some point to sin.
that's
Yep.
crazy.
Ah, that's fucked up.
Crazy work.
Get in here!
Jake,
It was-
that line. Jake, the line that you said of he can't be with Ruthie because he's not a person. I'm gonna throw
Stop.
you out a window.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're
gonna
That's
throw
dirty
him out a
work right
window.
there.
Together, you and I can out the window. Okay.
Robots
Stay
can
away
love.
from windows
Robot,
at
look at me.
PAX.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Okay. The Ruthie kind of romance that has been building, I kind of started it of two minds because on one hand, I feel like those characters are great and I feel like they go together really well. And then on the other hand, I know my little secret, and I know how much that is going to throw a wrench
So
into things.
You
story-wise.
don't know it's gonna throw a wrench. Maybe she'll just be cool with it.
Mean.
We'll see.
Maybe
We'll see.
she'll
Oh my
fine with
god,
it.
wait, and you had that whole moment too. So you were the last person to leave the facility, and you started like bashing against the.
But here's the thing. He didn't know.
Yeah.
The character wasn't
Did
aware
something in
until
his
just
brain
now.
know though? Did something in his subconscious?
Is it
like,
something
Yeah,
like
is it like a-
what
Was
happens
that
with
actually
me, where
Reed?
you're
was
just
that
like,
Reed's mind doing that, or was there something in Reed's subconscious as a synth that he felt like he needed to do that? Like, would real Reed
Ooh.
have done that in that situation?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Okay.
oh,
Well,
my
that's
God.
not a helpful
How much
answer.
is it? How much
Alright.
is it like fully Reed?
Yeah.
You know?
Do you want
like,
do you
there
want
any
me to
influence?
answer that question specifically?
The
or should
answer's
I leave it
always
mystery?
yes.
But like,
Yes.
okay, but like, is it better to leave it mystery, or is it
No,
better to
Jake,
tell it
you
right
are underestimating how much I want to know
Okay.
everything.
now? Okay.
You also
All right.
underestimate how
Mine
much
is
I will
fully up to
probably
you about
forget.
how much you want to
Yes, it is.
you want to divulge.
It is. At my heart, I'm a DM,
Yeah.
so I need to know everyone's secrets. So
My
I'm just
thing
nosy.
with that scene about smashing the tank and going for the synth was because we had talked earlier that session when we fought like the generation, I guess like 1 or 2 synth.
Mhm,
Yeah, it was early,
about the
early
thing
gen.
in the head, but we had
Mhm.
destroyed the head.
yes.
Yes.
And so I wanted to see what was up, and I cut it open and grabbed the implant out of the head.
Mhm.
And then I knew that would later set up me being able to feel it in
the
my own.
back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna bite something.
All the buildup. It's crazy.
All the build up. It's coming crashing down now.
Crazy, dude. Oh my god.
Here I was thinking that like I was gonna go into the session yelling or having an argument with Ruthie.
With Ruthie.
And then
Same.
we just kind of had a grand old time.
I
We
feel
met
like
some
if anything,
people. We had
Yeah.
I
I want to talk about a Phil moment that really
Uh-oh.
had my jaw on the floor. Phil saying with his full chest, "Let's kill that guy."
Yep.
Wow.
Well, here's the thing. This
Yep.
is why I think Phil would be like, okay, murder is okay here. Let's kill this guy. I think he's like someone who is besmirching Vault-Tech's name. This is not what Vault-Tech stands for.
We were so close to getting you
Like, I
there.
think Phil has this idea of like he has this idea of what Vault-Tech is supposed like what the lies he's kind of been told. Like yeah,
Sure.
perfect idea. And so I think like anyone who when the truth actually comes out, he's like, no, actually, they're stepping on the idea of Vault-Tech.
Mhm.
And this guy's so evil and besmirching the name so much, he needs to be put down. Like
That's
this guy is
crazy.
actually just evil and is misrepresenting Vault-Tech.
The fact that Phil basically killed for Vault-Tech is a horrifying.
Yeah, I did have the
horrifying-
idea. I if I had talked to the overseer at all, if I was gonna like have another like little one-liner moment, or if I was gonna kill him and say something,
Yeah.
it was literally gonna be something along the lines of like for Vault-Tech.
Ooh.
Um,
Ooh.
Um, yeah,
no.
something along the line. I had like an actual thing. I can't remember it now, but it was something along the lines of basically being like, "This is for Vault-Tech."
I see the path. I see the
Um,
path you're going down, and I'm scared.
Yeah.
oh no.
Oh man. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. So much information in my brain right now, just rattling around up there.
I was
Oh,
so
yeah.
surprised that vault was full. I thought for sure
Me
it was gonna be
too.
Right.
empty and
Same.
Yeah.
I
was ready for fucking
with
Gator
monsters
Claws.
and shit. Yeah. I thought it was gonna be a whole session of just like now we need to figure out how to get them down, but we got reunited so fast, and then
Immediate.
Man.
Yeah.
Kylie,
Yes.
are you implanted in my brain?
What do you mean?
I have a follow-up to this. Okay, so I had a dream last night about
Mhm.
our little campaign here.
Mhm.
I had a dream that at some point our party goes and is like forced through this like simulation of like what it would have been, like what it would look like in Phil's brain if our characters lived the life that Phil wanted. And it was like we were in these mid-century houses, and like Ruthie looked like a housewife and like all this stuff. And so then for you to go and be like, yeah, this entire vault is basically like talking about the compatibility and incompatibility of individuals and how do we push it to the point where people snap.
Mhm.
And I was like, are
Mhm.
you in my brain?
Oh my
Did you
god.
see
Wait,
my dream?
a whole compatibility freaking vault 2 and it like
Crazy.
leads to Jake like in his head
Yeah.
being like, oh well maybe me and Ruthie can't be together.
Oh my.
Dude, like the
Oh
villain
my
fit
God.
perfectly with that
It-
arc
so
for
perfect.
Reed.
We didn't cut.
Like,
me and
the-
Kylie
That was
did
not
talk
intentional.
about
That was not intentional at all. Like, that's wild
The
that that happened the
compatibility
way
arc,
it did.
the,
Yeah.
the compatibility vault fits literally perfect into what
It's
was
so
going
well.
through Reed's head. And like that whole mindset, like that's like
I did not talk
That's
with Kylie about any
insane.
of that stuff. Like that whole
Yeah.
like I can't
This
be
was
with
all
Ruthie
something I
thing,
had.
Like I've kind of known like that would be kind of what happens because he's like I'm not really the guy, you know? And so like it was so perfect. First of all, that one you always subvert our expectations, Kylie, that like this fucking vault is full of people and that was such a good experiment. That was so
Yeah.
fucking amazing, dude. Oh my
Mhm.
god. And then for it to fall into place like that, so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I mean, and there was like, I think another thing too, because like I said, in our kind of, as we were getting, you know, closer to recording this episode tonight, you know, I had mentioned to you all, I'm like, it's going to be interesting to see. It's really going to be what decisions are made in the very beginning that is going to adjust its trajectory. Because like my thing was like coming in, like I'm going to throw some type of crazy thing at you really quick, and I want to see how you react to it, and then just to see it kind of ripple out. Because like I had a lot of other stuff, like I had different conversations like in my mind with the overseer, and just kind of like things kind of building out with Valerie more. Like there was all of these like little things, but like I said, it was, I knew I had a gut feeling that I'm like, there are going to be decisions made like immediately within the first 5 minutes that are going to send this in various directions.
I
which-
think what
yeah.
specifically really set off this episode was us finding those files,
Yeah.
like right off the bat. If we hadn't found those files, if you hadn't rolled that
Mhm.
crit, I don't know
Mhm.
how things would have played out because we wouldn't have known that information. We wouldn't have been able to get anybody on our side, you know, as easily.
Oh, yeah.
Part of me wonders too that if we hadn't found that information, with how eager Phil was to accept their help, would we have also been like somewhat attached to their experiment? Would their overseer have been like toying with some of that?
I
Compatibility
was
and
terrified. I was terrified of that, and because it was like all the Mr. Handys and Miss Nannies are extensions of him, I'm gonna get like Detroit Become Human, like mind wiped over here. Like something's gonna happen to me, and I'm not gonna be me anymore. I was
Yeah.
horrified.
yeah.
So yeah,
Can we also talk about how Valerie is like Phil's wife? Like we gotta
Yeah.
get that happening.
Oh.
We
Oh,
gotta
she's
get
still
that
up
going.
there. Hey,
Well,
hey,
so
if we
I
can get
thought
her
she
going.
was a part of like the experiment too, because then after you guys started talking about the compatibility thing, and maybe some people are synth and maybe people aren't. I was like, is this person meant to be like Phil's dream, like
Oh,
dream
yeah.
person?
That's what
like
I thought at
they
first,
kind of
too.
look
I told
like
you,
him. They're
it's
in
a
the
trap.
position that he's in.
It's
She
a
has
trap.
glasses. She's like she has
She's
the
too
same colored
perfect. There's something.
eyes.
There's something
I was
with
like,
her.
did they make a synth version, a female version of me?
I know. I was like,
Quick,
if we see
someone
like
stab her with
a
a
stim
male
pack.
blonde Ruthie and like a female Reed, something
Oh,
really
no,
weird's
no.
happening down here.
Yeah.
The blonde male version of Ruthie is coming.
What do you
He's on
mean?
his
Oh
way.
no, not the brother.
The
not
Oh, the brother.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
hell.
say, I was like, there is. I think he's blonde. I don't know. I gave creative
He
liberty
could have dyed his
to.
hair.
He could have. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm
He's got the
assuming
ring
he's
card hair now.
blonde.
Yeah, I
This
think
episode was stacked.
we already have
Yeah.
Vermin. If we convince Valerie, I don't know if Valerie's gonna come with us. is the
I'm
thing.
dragging her with us. I don't care.
She's
my
I
vermin.
I don't know.
She's my vermin.
Because we got rid of the overseer, so she might be like, well, I know the truth because you explained it all to me. So like, I can help.
yes, but
set
I
things
need
up
her
down
and
here.
Phil to have
Hmm.
conversations
Yeah,
together.
she
and
might
be
be actually be like,
friends.
okay, I'm good. I'll stay.
Yeah.
Only thing
Um,
with all of this is that Vault-Tec security so far are the only people in the vault who know
Yeah.
what is actually going
Yeah,
on. And
everyone
they're
else is
also
still having
in
their
an
fucking silent
authoritative
hour.
power. So like maybe
They're meditating.
maybe we
over there.
kind of let them know too. Maybe I
Eh,
don't want the
Nah.
authority
That's
to be
not
the
our
only ones that
problem.
know.
Yeah, I
Vault-Tec
know, it's like-
security can
Although-
handle
I'm
that.
very much like Phil feels like, okay, this problem is out of our hands now. Like this issue is
Listen,
resolved.
we
Time
we
to go.
the important thing is we unionize the security team so they can
Yeah.
handle things from
True.
here on.
Phil before
I
he's
will
like
say-
start a union, whatever you do.
Teamsters, go.
Part of me kind of wants to stay purely so some of us can shower.
Yeah.
So
I
real.
was thinking the same thing. We'll get.
We could
cleaned
probably
up
do that and then
shit.
head out. Yeah.
Some
Hey,
of us
plus
are
they got
covered
Nuka-Cola
in-
Quantum. They got
True.
Nuka-Cola Quantum.
We can stock
so
up.
true.
We can
And
stock
we
up.
could probably we
They
could probably
got
get
it.
food.
They got
we could
it.
we could get
Yeah.
food. We could probably get more stim packs. Like
yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that we need. Although here's my thing: if we get Valerie hurt and then stab her with a stim pack, then we'll know if she's a
Oh my
Sith
God.
I
or
can
not.
shoot her. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
take
great.
her for the team.
Oh, my arm is still bleeding.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'll fix you up in a second. After I kill the doctor, I'm gonna deal with all of you guys. So
Yeah, take
Vibes.
it. That comes first. That comes
that definitely
first.
comes first. By the way, Kylie, I'm absolutely shooting her in the fucking back as she's running, just so you know
Okay.
for next
Oh,
time.
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, you're reading. Don't even look up. You're just like.
Yeah. I mean,
I
once it
think,
clicks in my head of
like-
like what this list is, be like, oh hell, just kill her. Like I don't want to mess with her anymore. Yeah.
That's the other thing
I'll
is that
probably
I
have you roll for that because
fine.
she could get away.
Oh, we'll see.
Can I
That's
just
the
say
other thing
I
is I think
love-
with that reveal, I don't think that I feel like Reed is now of the mind that like we can't kill her because now she's the
Oh.
only because now she
she's
knows how to
not.
help me
Because
and now
I know
she,
how to
you
help.
know, well,
Because
yeah,
I understand things. I think the next
Yeah.
time you
I'll
and
support
I
you.
like have a conversation, or like I'm like, let me heal you again. I think that's going to be very interesting because
Yeah,
Hawke
yeah.
is going to try and do it in a way that like in their mind isn't obvious that they know what you are, just in case you don't know what you are. So like you know, so I
Yeah.
think it's going to be very fascinating.
Both of us are healing robots and not trying to tell the person that they're
So
a
they're
robot.
a robot. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Oh my
it's,
god.
it's ridiculous. Richard, were you gonna say something?
I was just gonna say that I love gaslighting myself into believing Vault-Tec's good. It's so much fun.
It's
Like
so
every
good.
situation, like it's so fun to be like, it's like a little puzzle, and I'm like, how can I turn this to make this good? And I like just like my favorite moment tonight was like that of you guys being like, hey, Vault-Tec's bad, and then Phil being like me going through that process, being like, okay, how long? Like, is this
Yeah.
one overseer or is this multiple overseers? Okay, it's multiple
Mhm.
overseers.
Is there a name?
Is there a name? Is like how long has it been going on?
Love that.
Yeah.
Right when I found like, oh, it is the same family name. I'm like,
That's
there
it.
it is. It's
You
this
just-
shitty
yeah.
ass family who's been
Something
running the
to
vault.
latch onto that isn't Vault-Tec is,
'Cause I
is
think
at
you
the
guys
heart.
found the evidence like this has been going on, but there's nothing of like from Vault-Tec themselves establishing being like this is what this vault is for.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I
so
mean,
think
it was enough
Phil
for
was
Reed,
like,
did.
oh, it
but
probably started with one overseer, and then they're like
They just continued the
continued it
family
with
tradition.
trend and just
Yeah.
they fucked it.
Detective Phil over there.
over there.
Vault-Tec
Yeah.
security.
Phil.
No, that I loved that moment though. That was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a doozy.
That combat was probably the funniest one we've ever had, by the
Oh
way.
my
for
god,
sure.
it was
Without a
incredible.
shadow of the doubt.
It felt very
Insane.
Fallout. Like
Oh,
that-
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
It was
like I could imagine like there's one of the songs in the Fallout trailer for the show.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
I don't want to see tomorrow. Like I imagine like that whole thing was like literally playing in slow motion as all this shit's going on. People are falling on blades and shit. Like
It's
Yeah.
blood
so
splatter across the
funny.
window.
Yeah.
Punching
meditation
out the
everywhere.
thruster is
Yeah,
the
the-
best thing you could have done. That was the
Yeah.
funniest
Oh,
part.
that was so cool.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
love
I saw
seeing
that
Phil get
fucking
more
scene in
violent.
my head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love
I
was
seeing
saw
that
that
was-
scene in my head. It was so good.
hmm God.
Oh, This was such a good episode.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
for
be
sure.
thinking about this for the next week. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Oh man.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to sleep tonight. That's all I'm gonna say, y'all.
Yeah.
It kind
Yeah.
of feels
I'm
like
trying to think
Christmas.
of,
Now we're
like-
talking about New Year.
I
Oh my god, I
know.
just choked.
Yeah.
It
my
feels
God.
like we're talking about New Year's. I'm like, God, it feels like Christmas time.
A little bit. This is a little bit
Which
of
is
a
even
gift.
crazier because when we're recording this, it's almost Halloween.
Yeah.
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 Sorry to break the immersion,
What do you-
everybody, but yeah.
what do you
Yeah.
mean?
Ooh,
What do you
Yeah.
mean New
What do you
Year's?
What do you mean? We're
Yeah.
live right now.
We're
Yeah.
right now. We're in
We're
the
just-
chat typing.
yeah, we're in
I just
sync.
said, "Hey, everybody."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
We'll
a
see if I remember
Tuesday
to
and
do
the
that.
Bills are playing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm wearing this jersey, okay? It's fine.
Right. Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
think I love that moment too. I mean, there were so many. I'm gonna kind of touch on a couple more here. I thought that moment when Reed kind of looked at Ruthie through the window. I thought
Dude.
that was a really cool moment tonight.
Dude.
That was incredible. That was a cool visual.
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then I loved Phil kind of like getting real, like just the energy you brought in that moment, like that was a side of Phil we hadn't seen before. Just like there was still that sweetness, but then the anger was there. I don't know, it was a
Yeah.
cool mixture.
Yeah.
Listen, Phil, this episode had me giggling and then kicking my feet. Phil, this episode was a treat. I love
Phil
this
being
film.
Yeah.
the
Oh
group
my God.
dad and like going like, Ruthie, you're being rude right now. They're being nice to
Yeah.
us.
Pretty
Knock
nice.
it
Like,
off.
this is
Got
just their
me.
customs. You're like, they want you to take your shoes off, you take your shoes off.
Yeah.
Why
they want
would
you
I
to hop
take
in the
my
shower
shoes
and-
off?
and change into a ball suit. You
You do
take a
it.
shower and change into a ball suit.
She didn't even
Oh
get
my
the
God.
shower yet, man. She got the vault.
That's where they were
Sucks.
bringing you. Yeah, they were bringing you to a little decontamination stall
get
where you
there.
can take a shower.
We'll get there.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Oh, man, there's still
Hawke,
stuff
I hope
in
you
here
took
too
that
that could,
buzzsaw too.
No, you should
you take-
have.
the buzzsaw. Yeah, I
I
think.
hope you take
I
that
took
thing.
it.
Yeah,
I took
yeah,
it off
yeah,
the
yeah.
body.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The corpse.
I was like, Reed would definitely
course.
tell them to do that, but Reed is dissociating, so
No,
Reed is
I
not gonna
took-
tell them to do that.
I
Fine.
tore that robot apart. Yeah, every little
Yeah.
piece part that I think I could use in the future, that buzzsaw is in my pack. It's in my inventory. Don't you worry.
Fuck yeah. Kylie, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. I think another really cool. I love. Yeah, there was, and then the moment kind of between once the doctor had finished up in the room, and then she was trying. I was trying in that moment, even though she's a piece of shit. She's a terrible
I love
person.
her.
Look, I came
I
around to
love
her
her.
at the end. I'm on.
She's, yeah.
Me, the player.
I love
I'm
her.
I'm team Alice. Me,
Yeah.
Hawke. I'm gonna shoot her in the back. Like
Oh, for sure.
duality of
But-
man.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, I just like I really wanted in that moment just to let her have like there still is that little piece of humanity to her.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was but then that conversation that transpired afterwards, yeah, it was fucking brutal. Yeah, God,
Yeah.
y'all. Way to fucking tear it up tonight. Damn
Yeah.
it.
And Kylie,
Damn it.
I just want you to know, I saw the seed you planted today when she was talking about like the stuff she did before she got involved with Since. I saw the seed. I know it's planted in the ground.
Oh,
I'm gonna be watering
oh.
that, okay?
I think
Oh, I
I
caught
think
that
I caught your
too.
reaction, and I was like,
I know
"Hmm."
things.
I have a lot of fear. Like genuinely, I have a lot more fear now if and when we meet Harmon because of the seeds that were planted.
Dude.
Given some of the
Oh,
information leaked today and given your reaction, I clocked it and I was like, "Oh,
When we meet
that's
your
gonna be
brother-
bad."
That episode's gonna be crazy. I tell you what. The episode
Oh,
whenever your
yeah.
brother shows up, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know it's gonna be nuts.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I was so excited for that moment. I'm just like, because I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna get to it, like, because there's just like a lot of. But I was like, when somebody went down to sit with Alice, I'm like, and Ruthie was probing for what she would do, so I was like, all right, this is the time.
Mhm.
And yeah, that was I was. Yeah, I'm glad. I was wondering if you would pick up on it, but I saw you. I saw your reaction.
I was listening. I was tuned in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of stuff. We got lots of
Stuff tonight.
God, and yeah.
Kylie, you're incredible, dude. You're
Dude,
incredible.
yeah.
God,
This
you
is
are,
amazing.
yes.
Seriously.
Retweet.
You all make it easy. That's all I'm saying. I'm just here to,
Listen,
set things up and
we roll the dice. The dice are the ones telling the story here.
That's
That's
true.
true.
That's
So true.
absolutely true.
That's true. Like the complications and stuff like
Those
that.
damn
and-
nat 20s.
Yeah.
It's in jail now, right? You said you
Yeah,
put it
no,
in
I'm
jail.
not. She's gonna stay in jail for the rest of her
Mhm.
life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because it's the same goddamn dice that I rolled last session. They got me like, what, 2 nat 20s in that
I
session?
think so, yeah.
Yeah,
you had
no.
a
Oh
few.
my
Yeah.
God.
She's done. She's
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. Well, y'all, any last little things before we kind of wrap out this Fallout Dugout?
I'm sure there is, but there's just
There's
so much that
many moments
happened.
that happened. It's
Like,
insane.
Let me rewind the episode real fast in my brain.
Well, and that's what's always so cool too. What I love about our doing our little watch party things is, to get to see everything over again and catch the little pieces because
Yeah.
you get to be the observer that time, and or just when you have a chance, to check out the episode again once it's out there in the world.
I'm
but yeah.
thinking about the episode that's going to release the week after we record this.
Mm-hmm.
Now thinking about what happened
Oh, fuck.
today and what might happen next week, which is the day before we release episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
I might cry. Fun fact for those of you who maybe didn't see it, I genuinely cried during the session today.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go cry again. I'll be
Yeah.
back.
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
Dakota.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Goodness. Well,
Yeah.
awesome, y'all. Well, as I said, thanks for being awesome. Thanks for making this a freaking delight. I love telling stories with you all. I'm so excited to continue this little tale in the wastelands that we're crafting here, and we still got a lot of story to tell. So,
Hell yeah.
with that said, take it easy, all of you, and you too, viewers. And we'll see you next time in the wastelands.
Happy New
And that Fallout
Year.
Dugout. Happy New
Bye,
Year, because that's when you're watching.
loves,
Well, this will release
Well,
the week. Yeah,
happy-
Happy first
Happy
week of the new
first
year.
January.
Yeah,
Fair-
there
yeah,
it is,
exactly.
there it is.
We got it.
First January.
First January.
Oh my
First
God.
January week. All right. Good night, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
What is the cost of innovation? That is a question I have found myself pondering during my stead with Eons. What was meant to be an undercover mission for Candela Obscura has led me to question everything I once knew. After the discovery of Project Helix, the work being done with it is revolutionary. a Herculean feat of scientific progress. And yet, I feel myself filled with a deep dread knowing what I have been a part of. What I have learned. The impossible possible. Project Helix could change the world. Help us understand our past, our present. Or so I thought, as I was blinded by my own hubris, knowing now that we may have doomed our future instead. This is Roderick Atlas of Candela Obscura, and this will be my last transmission. We have made a grave error with what we have done, what we have awoken.
Welcome to the warehouse, your one-stop solution for all things inventory. Here in the heart of the Midwest, we pride ourselves on efficiency, teamwork, and keeping the shelves stocked so your world keeps spinning.
And containing the anomalies that threaten.
Our team is committed to maintaining order and organization. Whether it's a pallet of soda or something more unique, we've got you covered.
Hunting the inexplicable, anomalies that defy reality.
So join us as we redefine what it means to work hard, play hard, and make a difference.
This is Eva Clark of Colony Primus. There are 5 of us left. We don't have much time. We are en route to Outpost 1337 for NIS 181031. If you are hearing this, we need immediate evacuation. Please.
Once Atalantia was a land of light and harmony. But the unraveling changed everything. The realms are broken, the divinium prisms, the keys to balance scattered. And now, the Tenebrous moves to claim what remains. But one steward of the old god still stands, a lone arcanist who dares to challenge the Twilight. To do so, they must summon heroes long lost in the Battle of Cicatrix Grove. Reborn into the world they no longer know, these heroes must face the Twilight, unravel the past, become Arcanist masters of Dwemer, and decide the fates of Atalantia.